Hello fam, how are you all doing? Let's talk about the current dating pool, the current dating market in 2025, what it is like. But before we get right into that, let's start off with these videos.
When a woman is attracted to a man, she will remove as many obstacles or obstructions to that relationship as possible, which basically means she's going to be available. She's not going to be difficult. She's going to work with the logistics that work for him. She's going to come to him on his time. Like, she's going to do as much as she can to make it easy for her to fit into that man's life. On the whole, makes that relationship less expensive for that man, et cetera, which also on the whole makes it more likely that he will move forward with that relationship. Flip side of that, if a woman doesn't really like you, like you're not potentially her best option, but she considered entering into a relationship with you, she's going to want more. Whether she's conscious of it or not, she's expecting to be compensated for the opportunity cost of not spending her time and giving a relationship to men that she might prefer. So the guys that women like less end up paying more. They have to give the commitment. They have to go out of their way. They have to make grander gestures. In fact, this is one of the main ways that men throughout history have secured access to women that might have been a little bit more attractive than they could otherwise get, is that they give them marriage, which is something that a lot of women really want. And a lot of the more attractive men who have a lot of optionality won't give them. So that's how a man who's less attractive is able to kind of level the playing field with more attractive men. The less attractive men can offer something that they're not willing to do, namely exclusive commitment.
I do agree with what he said because I know women do it. Some women are in the habit of breaking their boundaries, breaking down those walls, lowering the standards just to be with a man because they think they like that man or they find that man to be very attractive. They forget what to look out for. They focus more on his physical appearance, on how good he is in bed. They forget the quality aspects to look out for in relationship. And I tell you, if you lower your standards as a woman to be with a man that is not in your league, to be with a man that cannot match up with your standards, in most case scenario, that man will make sure he does everything possible to humble you. He sees you as someone he wants to become. And if he knows he cannot become you or become better than you, he will see it as a mission to rubbish whatever you're doing, to bring shame to your person and also to your name. So it's a very dangerous move to make. Let's speak more on the Thewizardliz case.
Look, I'm not going to come on here and ask for your forgiveness. I'm just going to come on here and ask for understanding, because I made a mistake, but that doesn't mean that I don't love Liz. I love her with my entire heart, and we have a baby on the way. And over the last 10 months, I have done everything I can to give this person all that I can and to make her happy and do all of this. And regardless of how much I care, I made a mistake. And in the middle of texting somebody I should not be texting, in this moment of weakness, like seeking validation, and it's just a bad behavior that I can't believe I did it. But in the moment that I was doing it, I messaged that person that I was sorry and that it was wrong. And I prayed to God that night for strength and clarity and to never do that again. That is not who I want to be. It is not what I thought I was stronger than this. I thought I was smarter than this. And I let something build up inside of me that I indulged in. And it is weak and it is despicable. And in this, I'd like to just take full accountability. I don't think this should have been aired out, honestly. And there's so much, oh my God, there's so much to say that I am not going to say. But I'm taking accountability regardless. This is not something that I want to promote or make seem like I identify with. This is not who I want to be, and I'm sorry. I don't know how I could be such a fucking idiot at times. Like, throughout my life, there are times where I just do things that I know I shouldn't. And I learn, but I shouldn't have to learn this way. So I'm sorry. The final thing I'm going to say, and then I'll probably delete these. I love Liz more than I could even put words to, and I've shown her this, and I've tried my best to make her feel safe and happy and protected and while yes, I made this mistake, I want to be a great man. And I'm not there yet, but I know that a great man is one that takes accountability. I know that a great man is somebody who makes a mistake and then can be forthcoming honestly. And although I felt bad, like I should have just said, hey, I've done this thing. I feel very bad about it. I'm sorry. Like I know what I did was wrong and this is not going to happen again and I'm sorry. And that's how you should treat the people you love. And I am sorry.
That was Thewizardliz husband. I'm sure you're already married if I'm not mistaken. He came online to apologize. I know it's like I'm telling the story from the back. Just hold on, you will hear the full story. So he came online to apologize. After she came online to let her audience know what he did to her, he cheated on her and he's calling it a mistake. A mistake. You created a fake, was it Snapchat or Instagram account? I think it was Snapchat, to message a girl and you're calling it fake. Do you know the energy that is required for you to create a burner account? You have to think. You need your brain cells functional for you to do that. That can never be a mistake. You were very intentional. And stop talking about accountability. Oh, he feels like him owning up and coming online to talk about it would make people see reasons with him and maybe have a soft spot for him. Oh, he came online to apologize. He's owning up to what he did. You don't forgive a cheat because they are never going to stop cheating on you. Never date a man beneath you because that man will see you as a problem. He will see you as someone that is stopping him from shining. But in reality, that is not the case. He will continually feel intimidated in your presence. He will do everything to sabotage you. It's just the pattern. There might be exceptions out there, but this is what is common.
Thewizardliz just posted that she was cheated on by her fiance Landon, while her now ex-fiance, Thewizardliz, out of all people, she's 4 months pregnant. And she just posted her baby gender reveal a few days ago, saying life can change fast once you decide what exactly you want. Like, oh my gosh. So she exposes Landon on her Instagram story, saying, funny how my intuition was screaming at me in this video. Thank God what I found out today. I've been through worse in my life. This will most definitely not break me. Women, choose yourself and walk away from the first time. And she talks about how she found out Landon cheated on her, saying Landon decided to make a Snapchat account and reach out to a girl to meet up. He was just with me in London, made a whole book about how much he loves me. Anyways, the girl reached out to me today and showed us evidence. He called the relationship fake. So Landon told the girl that his relationship was fake with Thewizardliz. Oh, I'm 4 months pregnant. He says he's incredibly sorry and honestly, I feel like I don't know him at all. I feel stupid for ignoring the signs and dreams I had, even though I told him about, and he told me I was crazy. So she had a feeling he was cheating on her and he shut it down. Ladies, trust your intuition. I'm absolutely heartbroken and shocked. My haters can go celebrate. Haha, so funny. I will always have the last laugh though. He lost everything and I gained everything, thank God. And that she's gonna sell her engagement ring that was $100,000 and donate the money to single moms. And she's asking people to not send Landon any hate and that she still loves him, but she chooses herself. I still can't believe it. Out of all people, Thewizardliz. I give up. Like, I give up on love.
I just want to make this clear. You can be above a man in different ways. It doesn't necessarily have to do with money. You can be above a man when it comes to your IQ level, your level of reasoning, the way you think, the way you view life, your skills, your life experience, your connection, so many things, so many things. And if you put everything together and you're way above that man, nah. Being with that man, I don't think it's going to be a good decision. I'm not saying that it will always end up in failure, don't get me wrong, but there's a pattern. And always remember, there are exceptions out there.
Nobody's dating anymore. And no, it's not because people are lazy, shallow, or afraid of commitment. It's because we're all trying to build love in a system that was never designed to hold it. This isn't a you problem, it's not even a them problem. It's a world problem, and we've all been dragged into it. First up, marriage. Not happening. People aren't coupling up at 22 with matching towels and a mortgage anymore. Why? Because we can't afford love and dental, duh. And if you do find someone you vibe with, you still gotta cross-reference credit scores, trauma loads, and whether you're building something or just filling space until they figure it out. So people are going solo, delaying marriage, skipping kids, and replacing intimacy with curated solitude and memes about emotional damage. We're independent, but not necessarily on purpose. Stay with me, because this brings me to work. Like, the jobs we clock in for. Remote work was supposed to be the dream. You roll out of bed, no bra, microwave a coffee 3 times, and boom, you're a functioning adult. But with fewer partners, fewer coworkers, fewer daily interactions, a lot of us are just sitting in silence, screaming inside group chats that don't reply. That's not freedom. That's isolation in disguise as freedom. We traded cubicles for freedom, but freedom without support is just isolation in yoga pants. And the gig economy? The gig economy. We were promised flexibility, but it's more like, congratulations! You're the CEO of your own burnout. And it's not that everyone wants to be famous or an influencer either. It's that no one wants to work full time and still feel broke. The jobs that hold the world together don't come with stability anymore. They come with back pain, burnout, and $27 left by Thursday. We turned caretaking into failure and spectacle into value. We forgot that some jobs aren't glamorous. They're holy. Most high-paying jobs now are capital jobs, not societal ones. The guy shifting imaginary numbers on Wall Street makes 7 figures. But the social worker keeping families from falling apart? They're crying on their lunch break making $20 an hour. Tell me again how that's okay.
Social media has ruined dating. And I'm going to tell you why. So back in the day, before Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that good stuff, right? You will meet a person, you obviously find them physically attractive, right? You want to get to know them more, you exchange numbers, blah, blah, blah. When you go home, you're only thinking about that one person. I'm only thinking about that one guy I met at the party. You're thinking about that one girl from the cookout, right? Because when you go home, you're not clicking on your phone to compare her to somebody else. You're not going to her page to see what she doing. You didn't have access to all of that stuff. So you were able to genuinely get to know someone without any bias, without comparing, without anything. Like it was just each other on each other's mind. So now, because of social media, you go out, you meet people. The first thing you do is look them up on the internet. So now you have a idea or perception of who they might be, or just based off of pictures and videos. And it's like, you don't even know this person. I hate it.
The amount of devastation these young guys are going to have in the next 5 to 10 years is going to be insane. So the one thing that I noticed is after TikTok launched, the idea of just being somebody attractive on the internet, women, i.e. women on the internet, just simply being attractive, offering nothing else. The amount of exposure and attention it gets you through social media. For whatever reason, Instagram is the devil. And it's always like college chicks and high school chicks all like just posting bikini pictures, stuff like that. And I look at how many likes they get, and it's like 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 likes. And I'm like, if it's already this bad now, where social media is ruining dating, think about how horrible it's going to be in about 5 to 10 years for these younger guys coming up. How are you going to explain to a girl who's getting 100,000 likes or 20,000 likes at like 17 that you're the guy for her and that you're hardworking and you're making money and you're going through college and you're going to do all this stuff? She isn't going to give a shit. She's like, I get 20,000 likes on a bikini poster or on a bikini picture poster. I just dated myself on a bikini picture. You can't tell me nothing. It's going to be insane. The dating culture is already wild as it is, but it's going to be devastating going forward. No one's going to be getting married anymore. No, it's going to be insane. And the way dating apps are now too, most women aren't even on dating apps anymore because they don't need it. They just post an Instagram bikini picture and they got 1,000 DMs from every guy. And the crazy part is these guys complain about it where they're like, oh, you can't give them attention. You shouldn't do all this. But there's enough guys who are doing it where it's like, it doesn't matter if you say they shouldn't give them attention. There's always going to be guys who are just simping out enough to do it. And that's the crazy part. It's only going to get worse and there's no way to stop it. There's always hungry guys in their DMs, like the weird guys that do it. And these women don't care how attractive the people are that are liking their photos or commenting. They just see like, comment. They're like, oh, I'm a star. I'm a star, baby. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. But my other question too is, what are they getting out of it? I don't think any of these people are actually getting anything out of it. Like, most of them aren't. Like, unless you're a social media figure and you're making brand deals and stuff like that, you're not getting anything other than just thousands of likes.
We've heard the three speakers give reasons to us why they think the dating market is messed up, why people are no longer interested in dating. I'm just going to speak on some of the points they raised. The lady that spoke about social media, that social media has ruined dating. And she went on to talk about how people go search people up on social media, look at their pictures, watch their videos, and they make their decision based on that. For me, I don't see anything wrong in that. If you meet someone, are you not expected to dig deeper to get to know the person beyond what the person says to you or what the person tells you? Are you expected to just run with whatever the person tells you? Using the person's social media account to know more about the person is same as you employing people to run research on the person. And if you look at the person's social media account and you don't like what you see, it's your decision, it's your choice. So I don't really agree with her point. The man that spoke about the Instagram baddies, people posting bikini pictures, ladies deciding to stay on Instagram, not wanting to go to dating app and all that. Are we supposed to blame the women posting their pictures, or should we blame the men liking the pictures? Men are the ones encouraging it. A lady posts her picture, thousands of men flock down to her page and they're liking it, leaving her DMs, and you're here blaming the women. The men are to be blamed. The thirsty men are to be blamed. People are meeting their spouse on Instagram, on Facebook, through DMs. So if you think that is not working for you, you look for another avenue. I don't think looking at someone's picture on social media is the reason why people are no longer interested in dating. No, I understand if that increases the competition, because if you as a lady know that you have the opportunity to meet better men, why then should you stick with a man that is not meeting up with your standard? So the fear is with the men, not with the women. Men are the ones scared of competition. They are scared that the lady being exposed is going to increase their competition, and this is something men do. And this explains why some men don't like their women being on social media. Some men don't like their women looking cute because they fear that other men might approach her and make her change her mind, or make her start seeing herself better and raising her standards. A lot of men out there don't like that. So it's the same thinking. That is what he's saying. Oh, she's on social media, she has a lot of likes, so what makes you think you will not stand a chance with her? Men are afraid of competition. That is just the long and short of it. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you should go post your bikini picture, do whatever you want to do.
Patriarchal socialization is what has ruined dating and relationships, and I feel like nobody is talking about that. Something that I've been thinking a lot about, that I'm still working through, right, is the understanding that as a woman living in westernized patriarchal society, I am conditioned to view every aspect of interpersonal relationships with men in particular through the lens of shame. That any kind of mistreatment that a man gives me, or if he behaves badly towards me, that is a direct reflection of my value. That's conditioning. That is not the truth, but that is the way that women are conditioned, right? That if we were just better, that if we had more value, we would not be mistreated. It is a way that we are conditioned to internalize our own pain. And I think that something that I've done, I know I've done, and I see women all the time doing, right, is like we take that internalized shame and pain and fear, and we use that to motivate ourselves to self-actualize and improve, right? And partially that is for wanting just like self-improvement, but if we're like being honest, part of it is to never have a man be able to like mistreat us again, right? That if I read the books, if I go to the gym, if I start meditating, this man will no longer have access to me. I'll reach that next level, that next tier, and because of that, all of my problems will be solved. But it's not going to, because while we are conditioned as women through the lens of shame, men are conditioned through the lens of ego, where they see women as a reflection of them as a man, not us as people, but how we make his ego feel as a man. And those two things cannot live in harmony and create equal partnership. And I say all this because I just saw that video of that beautiful young woman who was crying and talking about how hurtful it is to always feel desired and never loved. I feel that pain. I experience that. I'm not immune from that. But I want her and other young women my age, older women, to understand there's nothing that you can do to make a man who is socialized and solely focused on ego move out of that and see all of the other things that you bring to the table. And that's not a reflection of you. That is the social conditioning of our society.
She just told us the real reason why dating is ruined. Socialization is a big problem. And you might ask, why is it different now? Hasn't this socialization been in existence for centuries or decades? You're right, it's been in existence, but the only difference is this: women are the ones waking up and speaking up. They've used shame on us for a very long time. A lot of women stayed back in toxic relationship because of shame, toxic marriage because of shame. But right now, women are becoming shameless. It's a problem to men, but not a problem to women. We are becoming shameless. We are not letting shame hold us down. And our financial independence gave us that power. So now it is a problem for men. It's no longer game as usual because they've lost control. Women are walking away. Women are speaking up. Women are demanding that men should be better behaved. Men should recognize us women as humans and treat us accordingly. They should stop seeing us as a tool to stroke their egos. That is where the problem is. I get the other lady's point that spoke about staying at home, working from home, not much social interaction. That also is part of it, a little part of it. But men's bad behavior is the bulk of it. Women are demanding for partnership. Men are looking for a slave. It's a mixed match. That is the problem. That is the problem I see. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. If you don't agree with me, that's okay. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you have a different opinion, feel free to leave it in the comment section. Thank you.
What the does that mean? I don't get why I'm still single. I don't get it. I'm a catch. What is going on in my life where I don't have a man? Or are my standards too high? Do I box myself in a corner all the time? Like nowadays, men today want to be chased. What happened to masculinity? What happened to chivalry? What happened to men courting women? What happened to that? Back in the day, dating was so much easier and it was fun. Today's dating is hell. You give a guy your number and all of a sudden you don't hear from them until like 3 to 4 days later. What was the point of me giving you my number? If you're not going to text me, I don't get it. The talking doesn't go as far as the actual app. There are no, oh, let me take you out to dinner. Let's go catch a movie. Let's go to a cafe and get to know each other. What's with all the endless text messages? What happened to men actually planning dates? What happened to it? I don't get it. How do you date in today's society? What are some of your red flags and your non-negotiables? I do not chase men. I don't do it. I did it once, will never do it again. No, never again will I chase a guy. My biggest ick is a guy that can't hold a conversation. Now, I gotta talk the whole goddamn date. I hate it. I don't got time to be dating no guy that don't have no money. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound shallow, but I've dated broke men my whole life. I have. Now I'm in a place where I have money. And I want to travel. And I want to see the world. I don't want you to buy me nothing because I can buy it myself. That's not what I want. I want you to have the financial stability to pick up and go on a trip. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking for no Louis. I'm not asking for no goddamn bust down Chanel. I don't even goddamn like designer. I don't. I really don't. Oh, you're just very intimidating. What the does that mean? How do I come off intimidating when I'm the most socializing person ever? Specifically, my ladies, I want to hear how you are dating, especially in today's generation. What are some dating apps you're on? Where do you go to date? What are just some of your non-negotiables when it comes to dating these men? Because I ain't got time. Anyway, this is the makeup look. I wanted something really cute and rosy. Bye, guys.
Should I just give up the dating apps? Because I am so exhausted from matching, exchanging 2 to 3 messages, and then just ghost. Poof. Nothing else after that. I'm so tired. Like, I get...
If you've never downloaded a dating app before, or if you have, I'm about to explain to you why you should get off that shit immediately. Through a term I like to call dating app purgatory. Now hear me out. You download the dating app. This is the first step. You go in, you get a couple of matches, like, oh, this is awesome. I'm talking to girls. They're not anything crazy, but I'm getting attention. And then you match with your first baddie, right? And it's like, oh my God, this might be it. And I message her. I get 1 or 2 responses, and then boom, you're ghosted instantly. And it's like, well, at least I know I can match with them, right? So you keep going. And let's say about 3 weeks later, you've had the same thing happen. You get the baddie, and then they just ghost you, and then finally you get one that's actually responding, and it's like, oh, we have a date plan now? And then a day before oh, sorry, I'm actually busy at that time now. Can we plan a different time? It's like, oh, okay, that's fine. Let me plan this time. You get to that time, oh, my bad, I'm busy. And then boom, you're ghosted. And it's like, damn, maybe this shit isn't for me. Maybe it's just not for me. And you go for a couple more months, and you're finally at the point like, I'm gonna delete Hinge, I'm gonna delete Tinder. And then the Holy Grail comes from the heavens. The most beautiful woman you've ever seen in your life. She matches all your hobbies, everything. She's responding. You get the number. You go on the date. Everything looks perfect. You're about a week in. You're instantly responding to every text. Everything's good. Everything's amazing. And then she starts to trauma dump you a little, and it's like, wait a minute. What's going on here? And it's okay. You tell your friends about it. They're like, dude, you should probably run. And it's like, I can fix her. If you ever say that line in your life, you're absolutely cooked. It's already over at that point. I'm gonna tell you that right now. But you go another week, and it's like, it's starting to slow down a little, and it's like, what's going on here? Like, we're 2 weeks in, and this is awesome. I'm already planning wedding plans, but it's starting to slow down a little bit, and you start to get a little in your mind, you know? And then they hit you with, I'm not ready for a relationship. Boom! Or wait, even worse, I need to heal. Boom! Or even worse, they just ghost you or block your ass for no reason. But and by that point your whole roster's gone, you've deleted the dating apps, you're cooked. And then what do? Because you're not talking to anyone. You re-download that shit and the cycle continues. That is exactly why you should never download a dating app.
That's so sad. Dating these days is so difficult. Women are wiser. Women want better. Men are upset. They're angry. They're refusing to do what their forefathers were doing. Of course, their forefathers were doing what they were doing because women were dummies. We were dumb then. We were just doing whatever they wanted us to do. We were submitting. We were under their control. So it was so easy for them to open the doors and be nice and act like a gentleman. But these days, given that women are no longer interested in doing that because we have our own voice, men are angry. They don't want to do that anymore. So it goes to show that men don't give free service. They always want something in return. Now it's obvious to them that women are not giving them what they want. They are all angry. They are not willing to be the nice man, the gentleman. And this is where the whole, oh, I'm not interested in dating her anymore. Men don't want to date. Women don't want to date. Let's see where this is going to end and how it is going to end. Let's hear women share their date stories.
Okay, so my date tonight ghosted, which for those keeping track at home means 2 ghosts this week and 1 last minute cancellation. So 3 out of 7. So it's not going well. This one didn't hurt my feelings. It was a random dude from the apps, but I am really disappointed because he seemed emotionally intelligent. We talked about the Enneagram. He asked me questions. He left me a voice memo. Like, we talked fairly extensively. We did set it up on Thursday, which is too far in advance with these random app dudes, but we talked yesterday evening. And before I went to the Sounds game, he was like, have fun at the game. I said, okay. And I just had this feeling because I was like looking forward to tomorrow, and he just hearted it. Which maybe, I was like, maybe that's my anxious attachment, but it seems like he should say, me too, or something. And then he ghosted today. So I just knew it was gonna happen.
Okay, I just got back from a first date, and I already know I'm not seeing this guy again. That's why I'm making this video, because I'm not seeing him again. But I just need to know if like I'm the problem and if I'm just being a little too judgmental here or not. I'm gonna take you guys to the beginning. So we match on Hinge because like, of course, like where else would we meet? Conversation is honestly going really well, and his profile is super interesting. Like, it seems like we would have a lot in common. Then we get on the topic of how we both work out and we're both super into the gym. He sends a text and he's like, okay, our first date's gonna be a gym date. Like, we're locking that in. I hate gym dates as first dates. I want you to plan a date, take me to dinner, and pay for it. It's not really about the money. It's just about being intentional and like showing that you care and putting effort in. And having a gym date as a first date is just kind of like, oh, like, let's just like show up here, I guess, and like talk for a little bit. But again, our conversation at first was pretty good, and it felt like we would have a lot in common. So I was like, okay, like maybe I can look past it. Just assumed we were going to his gym because he was like, yeah, we're like doing a gym date. He like never specified which gym. So I texted him and I was like, oh, like where's your gym again? Like which gym do you go to? And he was like, oh no, like I looked up the gym that you go to and like we're going to your gym. It's way nicer. Like I low-key hate that because I'm like, oh, so you're just gonna invite yourself to my gym. I don't bring men to my gym. That's like my safe place. I don't like bringing men there. I think I've only ever brought like 2 guys there. I had a joke about it. I was like, my gym, like why can't we go to your gym? And he's just like making up excuses and being like, no, like we have to go to your gym. We're going to your gym. Like at this point, I'm already like kind of disinterested, but I'm like trying to like keep a mindset where I just see things through, because I'm like, you know, you never know like what could happen. Maybe we might just be super compatible and this is just a bad first.
You can head over to her TikTok page to listen to the rest of the video. The video is about 6 minutes long. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section, and if you'd love to watch more videos like this, click this video to watch ladies say they are ending the chill girl era. They don't want to do that anymore. They made it a trend on TikTok, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.